When the director and the producer first came to me and said, we want to do a lighting competition and we want to shoot exteriors with no money, I was like, great. I kind of anticipated that it was going to be really wet in pre-production, and I also anticipated that we weren't going to have any 12x12s or 8x8. So me and the producer spoke about buying a gazebo.
James, I can't believe you're videoing this. I've got all the things.
It's certainly not the most glamorous way of doing things, but it helped massively. So the main way that I was able to sort of control reflections and also add some negative film was simply by putting a gazebo over both cars. In terms of the lighting plan, I knew this was going to be particularly challenging because we didn't have access to huge modifiers, power, HMIs. I had an Aputure 120D, an Aputure 300D, and then some Came TV Fresnels, and that was it. The director really wanted a stylized look, especially when we were doing the close-up on the two actors' faces. So I backlit through the window, had a key light on the side, and then brought up the fill with just some bleached muslin in a reflector on the side, and that rounded out the exposure. Another big element of the cinematography for this film was the movement. We were basing a lot of our stuff off Edgar Wright as well, so we knew we were going to have split screens and we needed the shots to sort of lead into one another. We also knew that the only way we were going to get the establishing shots was aerial photography. The idea being that to emphasize the stupidity of the standoff, we needed to show the scale of where we were. We then moved to much tighter shots into the car, and that is then to emphasize the action. So I feel like each movement was used specifically for a purpose in terms of the script, and hopefully it wasn't too jarring split between all of them, but rather served the story. So I think overall it was a really good shoot and I had a lot of fun despite the miserable weather, and I'm very happy that the final film at least has some style and character to it in terms of lighting. But I think I'm more happy that because of the restrictions on lighting, I was forced to look at composition and movement to emphasize the difference between the two characters. And I think that was a lot of fun to do on a zero budget project.